Alright guys, welcome to the Rice Digital stand, and we are having the exclusive first look at White Day, a cult classic, a horror game made in Korea. A very prestigious name to it. This is Matthew.
Hi there.
Who will be taking us through it from PQ. So, could you do a quick introduction on this game?
Yeah, I should probably say I've not played this demo for quite a while, so I'm probably going to be terrible. So White Day, a Labyrinth Named School, is actually a full top-to-bottom remake of, like you say, a cult classic that was released in Korea back in 2001. It quickly became renowned as being one of the scariest games ever made, and in fact if you go on certain forums, IndieDB.com, NeoGAF have multiple threads on it. People really revere this game, and they really were messed up with it back in the day. I'm sure you can attest to that as well, because you were one of the ones who played that original game. It
was an experience, to say the least. I think what made White Day so different was the type of horror that it brought. It was very different to your Silent Hills and your Resident Evils at the time. It was a big mental game with it.
Yeah.
And back then, when I played it, I was only 15, 16 at the time. So, yeah, it
really got to you.
It really got to me.
So it's a first-person horror game set in a Korean school. It's actually the first-person horror game. Obviously, we've seen like Resident Evil 7 Biohazard this year. We've seen stuff such as Amnesia: The Dark Descent in recent years.
Condemned, you could add to that list
Condemned,
as well.
Criminal Origins, my first Xbox 360 game. What a title that was. Shame about the second one.
Whoa.
But this is really the progenitor for those types of games. It's a game without weapons, so it also established a lot of running and hiding. It wasn't the only game to do that. Obviously, something like Clock Tower did that way back in the day. But you're not outwardly fighting the ghosts that you find in the school. You do have to defeat some via puzzles. Some of them involve timed puzzles, so you're really up against it. It definitely gets the pulse racing when you know the clock is ticking.
It reminds me of the Clock Tower games, in terms of the way you figure out puzzles, the way you try to avoid combat. You can't take anything head on, or you get finished pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And I must admit, even seeing the opening menu to this game gives me the weird chills in the back of my spine. So if you see me jump, don't be surprised.
Let's see if they've updated it. So I'm used to playing an older build of this where the horizontal and vertical inverses were reversed. So we'll see if this is correct.
Oh, okay.
So one thing to say, I'm just going to stick it on normal difficulty. It doesn't really matter too much for this demo, but come the final game, the difficulty not only dictates how much damage you'll incur when you're caught by certain people or things in the school, let's say, but also the volume of scares that you're going to encounter. So there are certain ghosts that only appear on high difficulties. So really, to get to the full experience, you want to be playing it multiple times, getting brave enough to try it on high difficulties so that you get different jump scares every time you play it.
An interesting tidbit actually, on the original White Day, there was a difficulty where you had 24 hours to complete the game, and with no save points and no checkpoints.
Oh wait, are you sure it's not 2 hours?
It's 2 hours. 2 hours.
So it starts at 10 o'clock at night at school.
And you have to,
and you have to get to midnight, yeah. So, a bit of background, you play Human Lee, who is a new student at the Yeondu High School. He is on his second day at school, and he has already fallen in love with a classmate. In the opening cutscene, you saw him picking up her diary that she left by a bench. And he's sneaking into school for two reasons. First of all, to return the diary, but secondly, to leave her a box of chocolates for White Day. And now, I guess a lot of people don't know what White Day is. So here in the UK and in Europe, we've got Valentine's Day on 14th of Feb. Everyone knows what that is. Well, in Asian countries, it's a bit different. So Valentine's Day exists, but traditionally it's a day where girls give gifts to boys. And then 1 month later, on 14th of March, is White Day, where that offering is reciprocated, so boys have to give gifts to girls. So this is set on the eve of White Day, where you're sneaking into school so you can leave that present for her to find the next day. Unfortunately, as you can see, the shutters slam shut and things start going wrong.
It's amazing how one silly decision can easily dictate your life.
Yeah, don't sneak into schools at 10 o'clock. That's the message for this. So let's see. Oh no, I do need to change the settings. Well, yeah, I definitely do. Sorry about this. I'm a diehard. No, that's still wrong. That's better. That's better. I can't understand not inverting vertical.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I hear that.
But it's split 50-50. Like people I've encountered, some are diehard inverts, some are not.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So we picked up the first note. You've also got a phone. You're probably going to see in a bit of a pop-up about hints on the phone. On higher difficulties, your phone has no signal, so you can't receive any hints. When you're playing on easier, you get lots more hints via text messages. So first time I played it on hard, so I missed out on all of that, and I was fumbling around in the dark quite a lot.
The thing is which makes me wonder, how come you go into a school and then the reception just automatically just disappears?
It's yeah, just blame it on the difficulty. Like, who knows? So there are lots of things to like poke around with in this game. It's very, very old school in terms of you're playing around with item management, you're picking up lots of stuff, saving it for later. And my first playthrough, I picked up a ton of stuff and had no way of using a lot of it. This is a game that's really built to be replayed. There are 9 different endings, and there are also lots of secret things and lots of like really complicated puzzles. So the origami crane that I just picked up here, I don't actually use it at all in the demo, and I wouldn't use it in the game until hours into the game. For what, I'm not going to say, but there are various things where you have to collect multiple items and activate certain things.
A lot of the items in this game are playing for the long term, really. Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like, oh well, I didn't pick that up, it's not really a big deal. And then you've realised that because you've overlooked it, it makes it a whole lot worse later on. Especially when you can't backtrack as well.
There's also items where if you hold a particular item in a particular spot, certain ghosts will attack you, and they won't if you don't. So there's a cigarette packet that you can pick up. I believe it's in one of the toilets here. And then later on, when you're in a different building, if you have that packet and you're in a certain spot at a certain time, a ghost of a teacher will attack you. And if you don't have it, you'll never see her, and you might not know until another playthrough that she is there. So lots of cool things and a lot of replay value in this game. So this here is a little teaser for a boss encounter that's coming up. You don't directly fight any of the ghosts in White Day. You run and hide, or you solve puzzles to beat them. And that there is a teaser of something that comes just after the demo. I'm not going to say what, because I obviously don't want to spoil it for people when they do get around to playing. This is a health regeneration item. We don't do regenerating health in White Day. You have to monitor your health, you have to top it up with items. Similarly, you don't have infinite saves, and you have to collect felt tip pens to use on the save points, which are these Polaroids on the notice board. It's very much like the first Resident Evil, where you had to use ink ribbons on typewriters. So again, just ranking up the tension, making sure you can't feel too comfortable when you're playing this game. And in fact, here you go, here's one of the felt tip pens. But we're not going to use it because this demo doesn't let me save, so it'll be useless.
So much for that then. Hopefully you can carry on to the full game.
So so when I inevitably die, I might have to restart this and speed run through it. So I should just say that this is a game that's best played with earphones. Like, you really want to turn off the lights, put your headphones on, and enjoy it. MCM isn't perfect for that audio experience.
I would say, because the thing is, the fact that everyone's here makes me a little bit more comfortable than usual, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, we requested they turn off the lights to really do this demo justice, but they weren't listening to us, which was a real shame.
That health and safety risk might make it as bad as White Day, to be fair.
What do you want me to say? What? Left, right? Any preference?
Ooh.
Right. We'll go with the audience reaction. I'm not.
I'm fine with it, but after playing Corpse Party, I'm a little bit weirded out by taking like options from other people. I remember I asked the Marvelous stuff, is this option is the right one? And they were like, yeah, it's fine. And I died like 10 minutes later.
So there's branching dialogues, and that actually feeds into the endings of the game. So I mentioned there are 9 different endings, and a large part of what dictates what ending you get is the relationships that you forge with the different students in the game. So you encounter multiple people from your homeroom and from other homerooms in the school who are also locked in for various reasons, some nefarious, some not. But depending on what you do, that will take you into very different paths come the end of the game. Some good, some very, very bad. And there are proper like collection menus for every different ending, for every ghost that you find. What do people want? Left? Oh, you're being harsh. This is cruel.
This is very similar to how the first White Day went, and I totally remember that ending. Guys, you're not making this easy. It's not a very good start.
You're going to say right, aren't you? Yeah.
Do you know what? If this was the first game, we would have already failed. I'm just saying. We would have already failed, and we've been back to the start menu already.
So we've been badgered into helping one of our fellow students. And she's leading us to the girls' toilets.
That totally seems like a good idea. This is the part where someone in the crowd is like just screams out "Weeb!" Just like every other anime. First time's in the girls' bathroom. Why does she sound so surprised when she asked that question? It's like, come on, really?
Left, right, okay.
What are you talking about?
That's an understandable reaction.
Yeah, it's fair. It was justified.
That doesn't sound precarious at all.
Oh no, just typical school day stuff.
Yep, crawl through those vents like nothing but else bad can happen. First of all, how did she end up here when it just got locked before?
She was there before, but who knows?
Does she not realise that? Oh, background noise. Does she not realise that everything else has been locked in this building?
You want me to say no? I'm not that cruel. I'm going to accept.
My paranoia levels have just shot through the roof. Thank you.
So I'm off to get a ladder and a cutting tool to be able to get through the vent. And I happen to know that they are down here.
Huh. See, I've noticed that's actually a bit more of a warning sign than anything else of like things that show up.
So let's take this back. Yeah, this demo has changed quite a bit. So I had a build of this game a few months ago that I played through, and they've added so many more ghosts. It's really quite impressive. It means that when I'm playing it through again now, I'm getting jump scares in all different places, which is a massive horror fan is really, really cool. I'm very happy.
I still have scars from the first one, so it's okay.
See, I was tempted to do the whole like, oh, where am I going to fumble around in different places in the dark? I was like, well, I kind of know where I'm going, so I'll take you like the proper way through. But hopefully, I'll give you a couple of cool sighters along the way that you might not see if you just play the demo there and don't do certain things. So yeah, just to confirm, we do have White Day playable here at MCM for the full show. So behind me on that wall, definitely check it out afterwards.
Wow, that was totally unnecessary.
It was, wasn't it? So this is our friendly janitor of the school who likes to bludgeon the pupils to death with a baseball bat.
Fam, where's the blood?
So I need to get through there, but the way's blocked because of steam. So let's just turn the vents off. Again, with the lights off, with the curtains drawn, with the headphones on, like even this bit where there's no ghosts appearing yet, is really atmospheric. It's a great game with so much atmosphere. Like I love still reading those threads on NeoGAF about how White Day messed people up and how like they're anticipating this remake because of what it's adding to the White Day legacy.
It really does change a lot to how like the game progresses, and you look at all of the modern concepts that you get in horror games these days, and you can see it added.
Came from this.
Yeah, and they come from games like this. But you can see other concepts that have been added in other franchise have been brought into this game as well. Yeah. So it's more like a compilation of various concepts of horror games in like the past like 10 years.
Absolutely, it's the best of both worlds. I'm sure many of you are familiar with what happened with horror games like a generation and a half ago. In the wake of Resident Evil 4, horror games stopped being survival horror and they became more action games. And we saw it with series like Dead Space, for instance, which I would say the first one was still quite survival horror-ish, but by the end, by Dead Space 3, it was very much an action game. And I was one of the guys who was really lamenting the lack of horror games. And then that kind of changed with Amnesia: The Dark Descent. That brought back like proper horror as far as I'm concerned. White Day is a game from the era when it was all about survival horror. So you've not got any weapons, as I've said before. You don't fight things directly. You run and hide, or you solve puzzles to get past things that are going to kill you. To be quite blunt about it, and that is great. It's great that it has still the limited health regeneration items, the limited save points. But that to me, those are big factors of what makes horror games good, and this just has that in abundance. So I picked up a key, which I was requested to get. I've also picked up a mysterious token again. We'll see what happens with that in a bit. Like if I hunt around, like there's this machine here which we can't use in the demo, but later in the game when you get different keys, you can use this to merge keys and unlock things that you wouldn't otherwise be able to access. Now when I finished this game, I didn't even use this tool or find these keys. Like there's a lot here for people to go back and root out.
I just want to point out what that machine actually says. Love is merely madness. That says a lot about this game. Hi there.
Not bad.
You want me to be cruel, don't you? Yeah, okay. So this would probably be leading to one of the bad endings if we were playing the full game, because we're being...
These guys have no class at all.
And what happened to chivalry? Like, come on,
I'm taking the next option. Calling it now. That guy at the front can't be trusted.
So you just learned that actually a lot of people died in this building during the war and before it was a school. What happens is when you play through the full game, you're going to be unlocking lots of ghost stories and finding lots of ghosts as well. And you've got lots of compilation menus where you collect ghosts and you collect stories, almost like they're Pokemon, and you're filling up a Pokedex. And so it becomes not just a case of trying to survive to the end, but actually like get through the end multiple times, see all the different endings, but also find like all the scary bits and find the stories behind the ghosts and how they came to, well, die, like how the people met their untimely ends. And it's really quite fun going back and rooting out, like, I won't say what ghosts, but I've got certain ghosts which are like real favourites of mine that really got me bad. And finding those stories, it's really unsettling. So we've got a key to access a different hallway now. Right, eventually, there are a lot of locked rooms at the moment in the game. Eventually, you'll get master keys to be able to access them all. Not in this demo. This demo is a limited demo, so we've got about 20-25 minutes of gameplay in this demo. So all these doors are currently locked, but there's lots of cool stuff in there come the final game. This is our lovely janitor who...
oh, great. Welcome.
back with his baseball bat.
He's not changed much since the original game. I can say that much.
So there are a couple of janitors in the game who are not very friendly, let's say.
It's very reminiscent to the Clock Tower games, where you've got like the boss enemy that tends to chase you around as you enter the area. But the janitors, you've got to be very, very careful of them. Yeah. Or it could be a very quick end to your playthrough.
Yeah, and those, like, you have to hide from them. Run and hide, or sneak past. You can stealth past them, you can coax them into different areas by turning on lights, which they'll come and investigate. You can use that to then bypass them through different routes. You can't fight them, you can't kill them off. Come on, you said you want to do these choices.
He looks crazy.
He looks crazy.
That's scary. Why would you say something like that?
Well, go figure. There's a reason for that.
I'm in your home, remember?
You go for it.
I'm just following on what you guys led with.
You only just...
So young is the girl who you snuck in to return a diary and then leave her chocolates, who's a friend of Ji-Hoon.
Who would thought returning a book would be so difficult?
I know, right? So much trouble.
I think you're incredibly brave. All alone is Tell me something.
Talk about rubbing it in.
I always see
How can she expect us to have friends when it's our second day there? What?
See, I'll be nice. We've been so cruel to everyone so far. I'll be nice.
Oh, is that? To be fair, one of the main things I realize about these horror games is that the nicer you are to the character, the more likely they are to die.
Well, I'm not going to say the relationship between being nice or cruel and a certain ending. It's like, that would give the game away, right?
Of course it would. Oh, hi, janitor.
So, should I do something daring? Should I actually get spotted by the janitor and see if we can escape? This might end in a horrible death. I might be bludgeoned into a bloody pulp.
I hope not, because we don't want to start the whole demo again.
I can speedrun it. I know what I'm doing.
We'll see.
So if you use the lighter, you're less likely to get spotted by him. If you turn on the lights, he'll be attracted to those rooms and get you. There's a puzzle here which we can't solve in this demo, but I just wanted to point out. This has a keypad lock. Now, you might think, oh, if you know what you're doing, or if you're using a guide and you want to speedrun, you can just come here and type in straight away before you find the solution. Actually, some of the puzzles in this game change every time you play it. So when you do find the code for this, and you play it again, you find that code, the code is different. The numbers will be jumbled up. So you can't cheat your way through past the ghosts. You have to suffer with everyone else the terror of being attacked front on by ghosts. So no guides.
So that's your second health regeneration item acquired.
Yep.
Which means that the option is that you might end up running into the janitor again. Oh, you can see the ghost in the background as well. Nice touch.
So there is a way of avoiding her, but I like the ghosts. Right, so there he is. So he's going away from us.
I'm guessing you want that room on the right-hand side, right?
Yeah, I want to go back in there. Oh.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no. Oh, damn it.
You best run.
Let's see if we can do this. Oh, no. It's fine. It wasn't planned, but it's fine.
Do you have an option?
I'm going to try and hide in the toilets and hope that he doesn't spot me. I think he might have spotted where... Oh, damn it.
Oh, have you failed?
I might have done. I did say that this might happen.
He's on us.
The trouble is as well, there's stamina, so it's not even like you've got infinite... Oh, damn it. I think he's got us. Yeah. Oh, I died. Which is, to be fair, is what I said might happen if I get spotted by him.
What save point?
That's fine. There might be checkpoints switched on for this demo, I don't know. Fingers crossed there are, but there might not be, in which case I can run to that point. Because that's actually quite close to the end of the demo, I just wanted to show another couple of things first. but I can do that. I can do one of the things at the start of the demo, so it's all fine.
That's fair enough.
But yeah, like this is even on normal, right? So unless you're being like super careful, oh, that's okay. So unless you're being super careful, like the game, it doesn't take prisoners. It is a proper horror game that is going to kill you.
If you're not aware of what to do, it's very easy to get caught unawares.
Yeah, so I'm just going to skip this because obviously you've seen this cutscene, and we'll race through this combo. The least professional demo ever, dying on stage. The embarrassment.
To be fair, the Uncharted 4 demo at E3 did crash.
I was there for both of the Uncharted crashes back when I was a journo. I was there for the E3 one when they couldn't move. And obviously they made a trophy in that game for waiting in that spot.
Yeah.
Which was great, a great Easter egg. And then I was there for the original PlayStation Experience demo as well when they fell through the world.
Yes. So I think this has gone pretty well, to be fair. So it's not too bad.
Yeah, the failings, like the game is perfect. It's me. I'm just letting the side down. So that's good. White Day is solid as anything. It's just the Muppet who's in charge of the pad here.
This game still brings back some horrible memories.
See, really, I should have used that health item, but I didn't because I'm a fool.
I did mention it, but like, I thought you were just like, well, whatever.
This is fine. Oh no, janitor and the ghost, all in one. We'll see if we can outpace him this time.
I noticed that the janitor was actually in a different position this time.
Yes, yeah. So it's not just scripted. Like, he will patrol, and you need to like know what you're doing. Now, hopefully, he hasn't seen where I've gone. I think we might be all right.
Oh, he's looking.
He's looking for us.
Why is he running around with a limp? And why is he that fast with a limp?
Well, on easy, it'll be a lot easier to get past him. But yeah, on normal, he's relentless.
I can imagine on hell mode, he just teleports instead.
On hell mode, basically, you can't get spotted. Just don't get spotted or else it's bad news.
Oof.
So you actually have to wait quite a while. Like, even if I were to get out now, like, I'd probably bump into him. So I'm just going to wait here a little longer, just so I feel a bit more safe.
That's what happens when you let it stay for too long, isn't it?
So obviously this is a demo, like we know that disappears at the moment. But yeah, the ghosts it could be a bit more solid than that kind of final game. It's a lot of fun. There are a lot of things which you wouldn't see that ghost unless you came to this particular cubicle in this toilet and had the lights off. So there's a lot of context-sensitive stuff.
The question is, I can't remember if the ghost doesn't. Some ghosts don't actually take off health, actually, do they?
No. So it's almost like collecting them. And you want to find them. Some definitely do. Some injure you. Some don't. They're not friendly ghosts. It's not like Casper, but you're not. It's not punitive either. You're not punished for finding these ghosts because they're like Easter eggs. Like you have to know what you're doing, or you have to stumble into the right situation to be able to find these ghosts. It's really cool to uncover something that you wouldn't otherwise do. The number of ghosts that I missed when I played through it for the first few times, just because I wasn't doing the. No, where is he? Just because I wasn't doing the correct things set up to find them.
See, this is the point where the game gets difficult because you don't know where he is.
No, there's no radar. Like it's not like Metal Gear Solid. Like it's a stealth game, but you're on your own, right? You, if you're playing on one of the easier modes, you'll get hints, but that still won't tell you where the janitor is. We'll just shut these because if he walks past and the doors are oh sugar. That's told him where I am. Oh no, I wanted to do something in that room. Let's see if we can do a Benny Hill moment here. Oh no, he's right there. I think I might have messed that up horribly. Well, actually, should we leave that as a surprise for people? So if you go around and play the demo today at MCM or tomorrow, if you go into that room with the lighter, I would advise that you start rifling through the lockers and see what happens. That's a good way of getting out of it, because I don't dare get past that janitor again. So go try it out for yourself.
Is that the end
it's
of the
really
demo?
cool. That's the end of our demo for today. So White Day is coming out on PS4 this August. Hopefully we'll be saying exactly when in August very soon. But please check it out. Make sure you play it yourself as well. Check out that locker trick. And yeah, enjoy the rest of MCM.
Alright guys, have fun and make sure you play it.
Cool. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
So, why did you come to school at this hour?
This school has so many hidden secrets.